Hi stays, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm reacting to the Ordinary Unveiled Track 1 Venom trailer. So I have tried to avoid these clips as best as I could, but I've seen a couple of them. But I do know there is a massive, I think it's animatronic spider in this. I do have a fear of spiders, but I am not as squeamish if it's through a screen. It's usually the spider has to be here. But if I tense up when I see a spider, that's why. But I'm doing this to myself because anything for Stray Kids. We're gonna watch this twice. I want to take it all in the first time, and then the second time I'll talk about things that I noticed or whatever. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the Ordinary Unveiled track for Venom.
Coming true.
Oh.
Coming true. Coming true. Coming true.
This definitely is darker. I've seen this clip. Okay, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. It was 0.5 seconds. Okay. That's short. You really don't get a whole lot of audio with that one, which is nice because the unveils last year for Noisy were a lot of the track. So I kind of like the tease. So let's go ahead and watch this again, and I'll talk about what I noticed this time. We may even watch it 3 times just so I can really get everything in. Okay, this first shot definitely reminds me of Inception. The running on the walls.
Coming true. Coming
I like this.
Coming true. Coming true.
Okay, someone said this section reminded them of Up All Night, but Up All Night was very had a very blue tone, whereas this is very, very saturated. Spiders. That was very, very that long shot of Lino standing up is very, very saturated. With orange tones, it's very warm, whereas Up All Night I felt was more cold. Which is interesting because Up All Night was more upbeat, even though it was a darker piece. They still had it was still fun and upbeat even with the storyline, whereas this one is definitely a whole lot colder and a whole lot darker. So I find it interesting that they used the warm saturated side for this one, and then kind of the colder coloring for the other one. That it is bugging me because as someone who did percussion for 10 years, I should know what that sounds like, and I cannot think of the name of it. Is it a Wiro? I think it's got the little divots in it and you scrape something across it. That's kind of what it sounds like. Not completely though, because those are plastic sounding and this one has more of a metallic sound to it. I'm gonna watch it again because I feel it's necessary. So let's watch it again. I'm just gonna end up watching this though. Oh.
Coming true. Coming true.
It's definitely it's got that scrape sound.
Coming true.
First and foremost, I would gladly let Han Ji-sung beat me with a bat. These are such interesting concepts because the knives, the archery, the gun. If I don't look at it in the eyes, I'm good. The gun, what else was there? The boxing gloves with the nails on it. or the spikes on it. This one's interesting because we only get the repetitive like spiderweb section, so I can't really make a opinion on the audio track. But I feel like that is the draw. Part of me feels like for the song. I'm not 100% sure, but that's what I'm leaning towards. It feels like, but all the clips were so fast paced. I couldn't really get like a quick or couldn't get a nice view of each one. But the last person running with the mask, who is that? With the gray mask on? I didn't see the group shot of them with their mask. That's interesting because when they're running on the walls, none of them have mask on. Except for that last section, it's just them by themselves with a mask. So I wonder if that's important. This still shot, I will put it up for y'all to see. This still shot of Han Ji-sung has me wrapped around his finger. He is eating up this concept. His teaser images, like this styling, this hair. Yes, 100% for Han Ji-sung. Let me watch that wall section again. Yeah. So it's kind of like, it reminds me, the first thing that comes up to my mind is Inception. It's got that maze kind of feel where you're just kind of running in the, I feel like there's something like that. Ooh. There's a lot of like movies and shows coming to my head where it's just like a constant maze, like the room and the hallways keep evolving and keep changing. Actually, the first prominent thing that kind of comes to mind is the like Demon Slayer. If anybody who watches anime, the Demon Slayer episode where they're like trying to get out of the house, but the house keeps changing and evolving, and the rooms keep spinning and the hallways keep spinning. That's one of the first things that came to my mind. There was a bunch of shows that actually came to my mind, but yeah, there's a lot of different aspects in this, but it's so quick you can't pick up on it. I would have to watch this 1,000 times to really like talk about the plot line. That's why I don't do lore. I just let everybody else figure out lore, and I'll just talk about the music and stuff. It's gonna bug me because I'm gonna get off of this and immediately know what that sound is. I'm just gonna play it for. Oh, what is that? It's like the digitalized version of something, and I don't know what it is. Oh. But it gives that more like, if I said digital Wiro, that wouldn't make sense. But that's the first thing that comes to my head. If anybody knows what a Wiro looks like. But yeah, this is interesting. I think I'm really gonna like this song, but they didn't show me enough for me to give it a good opinion on it. So, but with that being said, be on the lookout for my next Stray Kids Unveil. This one was a whole lot shorter than I was expecting it to be. Were the other ones shorter? I don't remember. But I'm really interested to see this. This has a very shooting-wise has a very familiar aspect. Like I feel like I've seen who shot this, who produced this, because it feels very familiar to me. But I can't lay a finger on it. So if y'all know who produced this, or not produced this, but who directed and shot this, what production company did that, that would be great. But like I said, be on the lookout for my next Stray Kids Unveil. Really enjoyed this. This was so cool. I'm excited. I'm really excited. So, but with that being said, I will see you guys next time. Bye, stays.